Yeah, we back with it. Got a crazy upload to follow this. We're looking for to know, aside from the different things we talked about, depositions. But what's crazier is on the backside when we're checking out some of the witnesses. Yo, I can't make this stuff up. I really can't. These documents, they differ. So again, I haven't forgot about the Patreon people. That's going to be my series when I'm breaking it down. September, you're going to see I really ain't forgot about you. Yo, these documents are looking crazy. My dude, these documents, here's the best way I can explain them. And you got to understand, I think I do an amazing job at not giving out the personal details of it. I read through them and it's so heavy that you be tempted to say everything. Like I just be tempted to just be like, yo, check this out, this, and this. I know I legally can't because these documents are not even supposed to be public. They're not even reachable. The stuff I look at is dang near what they write on the table inside the courtroom. But let me break this down for you. So I'm looking, and we're looking at witnesses, and we're like, why is this person around this person? What are they doing? What are they bringing? Yo, I I can't make this up to y'all. When these documents are coming out, and I'm looking at them, these people know each other. When I say that, I mean, when we're looking at witnesses, I'm not shocked if they didn't party together, show up together, hang out together. Now, when we looked at the video, did we see anybody doing that? We didn't see none of that. Matter of fact, it looked like a ghost store. And you're going to see why it's amazing what's happening now with the next upload I have coming. Of course, I keep y'all in the loop. Yo, the next upload I have coming, it's going to be like a sigh of relief because it's really going to test them. Remember, keep this in mind. I called Riva Motorsports early on. Didn't let them know. I just said, hey, do you have memorabilia? Since he was such an amazing buyer there. Oh, I'm sure investigator, we ain't speaking to you. That's what he said to me. I said, hold on. I'm just asking about your product. And he was like, no, I can't answer. The GM will be back in a week. How are you talking to me like that when I'm just asking, do you have any memorabilia of Tentacion? Like maybe a dirt bike he had, or maybe his favorite bike. And since he was like family, right? Why didn't you just hand that out? Say, oh yeah, this was his favorite thing. You don't know if I was going to buy it or not. You don't have a clue. But since you did all that, I backed off. I was like, okay, whatever. I don't play that game back and forth with you, arguing over you to give me information that is about your product. That was stupid. And also, remember, y'all, I posted how they treated a guy who had brought something. Remember, he brought it, he put the money down. They sold it to the first person that showed up with cash. They did that to him with a bike. So when I thought about that, I'm like, how loyal are these guys? So let's think of the fact of if he got a call from Riva Motorsports and that's why he showed up. Would he show up for that? Oh, we got your item. And would they have him walking around in the store? We know you're a good buyer, but we kind of sold that item. So if you want something else. Is that how they played him out? Is that a possibility? Let's be real. Because I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what's being hidden. It's about what's about to be talked about. And shout out to the hater in the comments. Now, I don't mean the king hater. I'm talking about the player hater in the comments. His name's staying in your mouth. I think you suck him up. Like, first off, for you to go to that level, you gotta be a funny guy. Like, I mean, you got to be funny style. Like, you have to have one time have done that to someone to even think that is the case. When there's a whole series, and I've never even seen you around. There's a whole series talking about what we do. So I know what you do. I already know you move that way. That's exactly why I talk about it how I do. That's exactly why I do that. It's all for a reason. I don't never play around with it. Dude probably sucking off dudes trying to say, oh, I do it, other people do it. You're funny. You're funny. You already know who you rocking with. You better take that somewhere else. I don't know. Cause listen, another dude in pink socks, I already talked about that. Is that what y'all do in Florida? Is that normal? Cause I ain't never heard of that. And if y'all don't, y'all better watch who you're chilling around. Watch who you chilling around. There's some dudes thinking about your buns, thinking about bending you. There's dudes thinking about some stuff around you, whether you realize it or not. I'm telling you, the only funny style stuff I got was people from there mentioning things like that about this series. When we're not talking about that, we're talking about a court case. We're talking about documents. We're talking about situations. You guys talk about bending things over, doing things to men normally. And it's not that that's a problem. It's that you're using it as an insult. If you live your life that way, you wouldn't be using that as an insult, which means you're hiding it and doing it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Can you get away from that mentality? Critical thinking is not that. It shows me how shallow your mind is. I don't care what you do. If you do that, you do that. But don't be up here throwing it like an insult, and then you know that's what you think about your homies. Like, yo, my homie P, he look edible today. Like, if you're thinking that way, why are you saying that to me? Take that over there where you're at and confess what you want to do to your homie. Stop sitting over here saying that to me. Doesn't mean anything. I thought I blocked you anyway. I need you around here. I don't know who you are. I don't know. Listen, some people told me you were the brother. Some people were saying, yo, you got to move away from me. I'm sorry. I know you may be family. You're angry about what's going on, but you need to move around. I'm sorry. You got to move around when you're going there. Because we're two grown men and we ain't talking about that. And I ain't talking about that, but you're mentioning it, which makes me go, hold up, back up, dog. Because seems like you like trying to force guys to think against their will. And I ain't trying to do all that. You out there with that. You can go on that solo mission. Hit your dog up like, yo, I know we gang banging and stuff, but dog, I got something I want to tell you. Is that what y'all do? Like, I hope it's not. But that's what, yo, I'm tired of these guys mentioning that type of stuff. Like, talking about their buns. Oh, you probably see him and want to touch his butt. Like, what are you talking about? Like, are you stupid? How does that have anything to do with what I'm talking about? I just don't. Listen, they can insult me how they want. But when you throw an insult like that, you're trying to make it sex related off the rip. Something's wrong with you. That's how I know. Listen, 90% of the guys that had a sex insult off the rip of another man, it had to have some ground behind it. You can't just say it to say it. There has to be a reason. Like, there has to be solid reasons, like something they text, something they say. Even if they're saying it to a woman and a woman's like, well, what is he talking about? Like, that's crazy. But you can't just bring that stuff up and act like it's normal. But the ultimate thing here is the documents. Yo, I'm looking through these documents, right? I get to one of the documents, just one of them. Do you know what this document is saying? This document, and I'm like, why would the court system allow me to come in with 5 addresses and to be logged in? How can I get 5 addresses? What, so everybody on this witness list owns like 4 houses? It looks crazy. It looks crazy. I'm just sitting here like, that can't be. Then we start looking up the areas. Some of them are businesses that don't have their names listed. Oh my goodness, how are you doing that? How could I do that? How could I list me a business that is owned by that guy and say this is my residence, this is mine, and it's not questioned? Do they not research information given to them? Because I never heard of this. I can't name one police department that would overlook this. I can't name one. So the only thing I could think is something's not right. There's no office, no department that has ever made this mistake. So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, Then I'm looking at the names of the people that are there. It gets crazier. Like, yo, I'll give you a scenario. I looked up one address. Okay, this guy's cool. I found out this guy has another 2 business addresses in 2 different states. I was like, huh? Then I found he had an address right by the place where the crime went down. I go, what? Yo, it's that crazy. I can't make this stuff up. I really can't. So I'm like, why does he have this place by the crime? And I mean, right by. Like, he could skip down the street and be there. Skipping would be faster than him walking to get there in less than 10 to 15 minutes. I'm like, what the heck? And this person's a witness? Not only that, we don't even have knowledge of them being there at the scene. Remember, witness named Victor, right at the scene, bragging about it online and everything. Now he was never there. How? He was never questioned and come in for questioning? How can he publicly say I was never there after doing it? I'm temperamenting it, and I need other heads that go back and forth with me to argue, but they've never seen it, and they're seasoned. Okay, my guys are seasoned, and they never seen this. They're like, what the heck? So we're doing the math, and I'm like, I'm trying not to build a narrative and stay objective. That's what I do. But it's hard hitting. So yes, I'm going to take perspectives and call it out because it's hard hitting. That's what we do. It's hard hitting objective perspective. So I'm going to hit you with what it is, but I can't sit here and follow a narrative. But if I was to think, there needs to be questions to the two people who heard and saw it from the outside. You get me? That's what's going to make sense. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to come September and November as far as with the depositions and everything. But what's going to make the most sense is the two people that saw and heard everything from the outside in. My upload goes into detail, and I let you know why. And I'm not going to go into detail. I'm going to say this. There was also people I had around watching. They re-saw the reenactment of this situation in another scenario. Randomly, on a day of what these two people talked about. It wasn't no crime. It wasn't nothing happening. They re-saw it. Now, I'm not going to run with their narrative, but they saw it. And I was like, well, that makes sense. And it did make sense. A lot of sense. But, again, unless I have solid proof to stand on, I can't run with that. I only got to get suspects. If they were totally 1,000% guilty, they would have been indicted already. That's a fact. They would have been indicted because of how Florida state law works their law. I seen you got cases you guys indicted some of the most confusing situations immediately. Fact. You did. You indicted the most crazy situations, but you seem to have an issue doing it, which tells me something's not right, and you see it. Do your lawyers watch? Of course they do. The judge himself watches me. I know this. I know. But at the end of the day, you know how I rock, and you know I keep it authentic. I don't play with the audience. I don't play with y'all. I put it out there. Look, it doesn't matter if I tell them the tactics. They haven't responded to date. They never do what I say, so it doesn't matter. And they know you won't. Even if you attempt to do it because you weren't doing it from the start, you're not going to do it right. So I could tell you everything. You're going to mess up. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Like, what they know now, it doesn't matter. You didn't do what was supposed to be done in the beginning. You're still not doing it. You got these crusty young bulls around me. Like, it's not going to work. Because when I link them with you, it's over. You lose doubly. You get that? I told you, greatest nation since United Nations. I wasn't joking. I wasn't making it up. I wasn't playing with it. I wasn't dancing with it. Well, I was dancing with it. But we were having fun with it, as we're supposed to, as all media should be. You got to get that. And you don't understand that, you can't mess with media. You got to play with it. You got to have fun. Even when your haters come through, well, the player haters, I accept the hate. That's fuel. Y'all are some player haters. I get it. I play to win. See, The way I play the game, it's to win. It's different. It's probably nothing like you've seen it before. Well, you have seen it before because I definitely learned it from a lot of great moguls. But you ain't seen it before dealing with a case like this. They just want to hate. Yo, the DMs behind the scenes, like if I showed y'all some of the stuff, you'd laugh to tears. You'd laugh till you cry. Like the stuff guys say, the pictures they have, the stuff they do, I laugh hilariously. It feels so good the way they take themselves serious. And if they do, I already foresee the future for them. You guys taking yourself seriously, doing certain things, you are going to be doing 20 to life getting dug out the way you talk to me. So the way you talk to me, you're like, oh, you would probably do this. No, Big Bubba's going to say, come over here and do this. And you're going to run over. I'm serious. I try to give you tips. You guys don't get it. Like, you guys just don't get it. You're really going to be getting ripped. Like, you guys think that you're the end all be all. And you can't even hold down your city area. You don't even get any respect in the city limits. You get none. You have to be with a gang. You have to be affiliated, or you'll get slapped around. That's a fact. A lot of y'all. This is confirmed. Tell me where it's different, and I'll tell them myself you said that's a lie. I'll tell them they're liars. And you can deal with it. You said they're lying? I'll tell them you said they're liars. They don't even know you, most of them. They're like, who is that? I said, he's claiming gang, screaming something. They're like, what? He ain't screaming no. They said, I better not catch him screaming the gang. That's your city, bro. You screaming the gang, screaming at the right people. Why are you telling me? Like I give it. I don't care. Do I look like I care? You guys are feces. Like, for real, man. For real, I'll rub you off my shoe. Get out of here. What are you talking about? I've been putting in work. Look. I've been putting in work. You ain't putting no work but a D. You ain't putting no work but making that trash you call art. Stop it. We've been doing this. I've been in attendance learning from the best. That's the difference. That's the difference. The documents I'm looking at, they're a set of many documents to go with audio I've heard. I know you haven't heard, ever. Don't play with me like that. Stop. Stop. And here's what's crazy. The guys hit me up. They're not big names. They're not, none of them. Look, at least I can name people who I joke with. At least I can name them, joke on them, and go back to media. If I'm not mentioning them, they're not important. I said the names of people who are important, even with reactions. I can't even say your name like you're important. Like, stop. Like, cut it out. That's why I had to block some people. That's why the block button. What did I tell you? Didn't I say I was Shaq with the blocks? Didn't I say that? Didn't I say I was Shaq with the blocks? I warned you. I'm Shaq with the blocks. That means I do it hard and abrupt. Not caring. I'm not thinking about you. I don't care what you want me to put out. I'm only putting out music from the real. I don't care what you want me to react to. I'm gonna react to the real. Stop it. What is he talking about? Oh, those guys' music you were reacting to, they're not even that good. We the best in this. Shut up. I don't care. Are they coming up, rappers? Well, let me put it like this. If they're coming up and they're saying that they're getting that much respect in their city to say what they said to me, I bet they won't say it to the other people around them. I bet you won't tell them their music's trash. I bet money you won't. I bet money you won't. I bet money you won't. You won't go in their DMs, say your music's trash, and knowing they're right by you, and feel good doing it. You won't do that. That's the crazy part. Anything they're saying to me, they don't say to another man around them. I know that. We already checked it. You don't. So stop. They don't do that. That's a fact. You ain't never. They said, yeah, I seen little homie around. Yeah, I seen little dude hanging around. I was like, what is he repping? He's with the gang, right? They said, what gang? Let me know. So they want me to let them know. So look, speak up. Let them know what you're with. Scream it out. Run out your house and scream, I'm this gang. Anybody against us? Let them know. Why wouldn't you do that? Don't walk around just throwing the signs up for media. Throw the signs in their face. Do that. Clear out your section. I'll give you all the respect. I'll post your music. I say, this is the guy that wiped out that guy. I'll give you all the respect you want. But I know you're not going to do that. If you're sensible, you won't do that. And that's what I do. I give sense. I breathe life into the hate. They mistake player hating and hate. See, player hate's different. It's hating a person for what they do, what they created with their talent in art. Hating, you can hate. I hate a lot of things. There's foods I hate. That doesn't mean everywhere I go, I'm going to run up on that food and just spread it and throw it around the aisle, kick it across the street. What are they talking about? I think they're mistaken. And I get being young, you're mistaken. I understand that. But you got to grow up sometime. Especially if you got kids. You got to grow up sometime. What, you want your child running around behaving like you? I bet you would beat his butt. Are you serious? I bring knowledge, wisdom that I've gained, and I give it back to you. These documents look crazy. Whether or not these documents are going to pan out sensible, we're still looking. I don't know. But one thing I can tell you is that off of what we've seen so far with the deposition, everything proves true. I am telling you. They're going to put the first deposition in September into action, and it's getting tested in November's deposition. I told you. And they don't even have to mention you to test it. All they have to do is look at the logic of what you said versus the logic of what they found later. Here's the danger point for you. Say the deposition later, the people doing it know they have a lot more to lose than you do in September. What I do promise, though, is that they're going to be more truthful than you will. If they got a lot on their plate, and say I got caught with all types of grand theft auto charges, grand larceny, crazy charges, if they tell me proving true on that stand decides whether or not I'll have to face these charges, I'm going to tell the truth. And I'm going to make sure that I'm good because you bring no benefit to me. It's that simple. That's why, what's the first line that someone that does any type of crime learns? And these guys don't. That's why y'all don't even know how to do crime. Oh my goodness. At the least, they know I know how to do crime. You do it by yourself. These guys need another 2 guys. I gotta call another. They're gonna check your phone records, dummy. I gotta call another 2 guys. Oh, let me call this one guy up I can trust on. You do it alone. That's why you guys get bagged. That's why you guys get caught. That's why we haven't been caught for everything we've done. We do it alone, dummy. We do it alone. If I really want to do something that bad, I'm riding out myself. In the dark, myself. Me. Just me and my thoughts. I don't need another 2 guys, another 1 guy. That's why y'all get bagged. That's why they laugh at you. When you say, oh, I'm ganged up. You don't do nothing alone. You need a guy. Yo, watch my back, homie. Then he get bagged, and you think he not telling on you? Oh, he got to stick to the G code. Really? When he got a family at home he loves and wants to get back home to? Really? That's the main reason why I'm looking into the suspects and wondering if they did what it said they did. Because listen, Somebody would have been spilled the beans, but they're each fighting for their freedom a different way. That's very odd. It's very odd, to say the least. So when I seen them confirm to get experts and stuff, I was like, I was like, now that means the court system sees something. You see, it's a bit different. And y'all don't understand it. Y'all don't know how law works. Y'all don't know. I'm telling you. I am telling you. I know the system in and out. Listen, I got caught for what I got caught for. But even if I did crime, you'll never see one involving a bunch of dudes around me. They'll say, he did it, and I'm standing there like this. It's not a bunch of dudes around me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to teach idiots. But they want to hate, like, oh, he ain't listening to this, he watching that. Shut up. Because you ain't never do nothing alone. If there's anything you did, you got to say me and my homie. You can never say me. I did it. You can never say that. You need other men to do stuff. See, and that's why I know some of y'all are suspect. You need other men to do stuff. You need them. Oh, I need another man around to be strong. Oh, I need to call up my cousin, my brother to do this. I need that. I ain't got to do it. It's me doing it. That's how you get your respect. And you guys ain't do it. If you ain't do it then, don't matter if you do it now. Because you lived your life doing that. That's exactly why these guys are speaking about their butt. And speaking about, like, just weird, random stuff they're talking about. Talking about sucking something off. Because you've been around enough men long enough that you think that's okay. That's why. I'm telling you facts. And saying, oh, I don't roll that way. I don't. Come out and admit who you are. Cut it out. What are they talking about? How are you saying this slick stuff to me and you don't even know how to move? Who are they talking to? That's why I be shocked. That's why you're not built for media. Who are you talking to? Don't scream gang gang. Oh, I send a bunch of dudes. Off the rip, I know you thought about these dudes sexually. Oh, I send a bunch of... You're thinking about them. You get me? They're so real on their own, you to think about them as men. So you won't come do nothing because you're not a man. But you're going to send a bunch of dudes. Fact. Funny style. Yo, this is what I be trying to tell you guys. That's why I don't get mad. Because I know who they are off the rip. I know if they done something by themselves or if they needed a bunch of dudes around to do it. Period. They'll always need that. But there's one thing. When dealing with these situations, you gotta know. That's why to keep your distance from certain people. Certain people aren't looking out for the best of you. They have these guys go do it and then press the G code on them like, no snitching, no snitching. But you aren't man enough to go do it. Why'd you send me? Why you got me away from my family, but you're saying, oh, I'll hold you down? He been done moved to another state. He ain't holding you down. He's outie, leaving you to take the rap for him. Do you know how many times that happened? I'm speaking from knowing, blatant experience of knowing. You guys just talk the talk. Y'all don't, it's easy to talk the talk. You don't know the consequence. He's in there fighting for his life, trying not to get banged out. And you out here rubbing on another girl or something like that, and he's just locked up for it. Get out of here. We know these guys. We know how you move. You're rubbing on his girl, not even his girl. You're rubbing on a girl, and he's in there like, yo, just send me some money so I can survive. You're like, oh, I ain't got it. But you got it to pay for that girl, don't you? Disgusting. Disgusting. That's why I'm talking about gang like the way they talk about it. You don't know the consequence. They don't know what happens. You don't know what they go through until they come out and tell you. I'm telling you, yo. It's funny style. A lot of funny style stuff. Y'all don't even understand, man. I can't make this stuff up. I really can't. This is what they do. This is what they do, man. And all I'm saying is if these suspects are guilty, they're guilty. But from my knowledge and cases, the two funniest things is the way the investigation unveiled itself, how the investigation's going, and the way the suspects are reacting to what they're trying to do. If they were guilty, they would try and keep their mouth shut. They would really be quiet. If they didn't do it, they're like, I didn't do it. If any of you got arrested right now for a crime and you ain't do it, what, you're going to sit there and be like, I'm going to stick to the G code. Whoever did it, I'm going to take their rap. No, y'all ain't. Y'all like, I didn't do it. And you fight. That's not funny to you that they're not doing that? I'm just confused. I'm confused. These documents are funny style. They're funny. And it's hard for me to take some of the witnesses serious because if you pushing a grand theft, grand larceny, you're a thief off the rip. You're a thief. How do I know you're not trying to steal your day in court to try and get off of charges? It's funny, yo. It's funny. That's why I asked y'all from the beginning. If one of these suspects walk, to be real, unless there's proof, and someone blatantly knows and they're staying quiet, how can you really hate them? This is crazy. If any of these people were testifying against you, dog, I would expect you to be. You ever see in when they're getting sat down and they're trying to fight to get out of custody and they're fighting with the cops and stuff? I would expect you to do that. With the people they got testifying against them, it's like this dude just stole like 4 cars. How's he going to tell the truth? Like, it's that crazy. I'm like, he's the witness? It's blowing my mind. I'm like, that guy's a witness? He couldn't even be truthful and go buy his own car. He couldn't even be real and go get what it is he needed to get. Like, this guy's a thief and he's going to tell the truth? And that's what I'm saying. You ain't taking no charge for nobody. Nothing you ain't do. I'm taking my charge and my charge only. I'm not taking a charge for that guy down the street. And you want to know what suckers do? They try and get family involved because they know family will run down for them. Oh, yo, cuz, yo, bro, this guy did this. Then y'all both get locked up. Yo, can you take this charge? I can't take another charge. You a sucker. You're a sucker. Because you never did anything yourself and you need somebody else to take the charge for you. That's sucker stuff. Don't do it in the first place then. You are suckers. I'm just being real. That's the realest thing. I'm sorry, man. They send their family to get locked up. And they nothing happens to them. Matter of fact, they lie. They lie their way out of it. But someone else getting locked up because he's stuck to the code. Oh, I got you when you come out. Dummy, you can't replace time. Dummy, you can't replace time. I don't know what they're saying. That's crazy. You can't replace time. Time is of the essence. That person that you get locked up, in 1 month, he could come up with the money you hand him in a few years because he's smarter than you. Because he makes better moves than you, better decisions. Like, they don't think about variables. And this is for the betterment of the black race. Like, that's why you don't do it. Because that person that is coming up for you, unless he's a multi-millionaire, has like 50 mil. And he's like, when you come out, you're good to go. And you have a finite time. What's crazy is most of these guys, you don't get a finite time. You get life. Especially if you carry in multiple charges. You got to know the system. It's not just knowing how I could beat it for the moment. It's knowing the system. What charges you can get and what happens when you get that charge. It's deeper than that. They don't tell you that. The lawyer you got sitting there is not going to tell you that. Period. That's bottom line. And they don't want to teach you that stuff. They want you to lose. That's how you know something's built to make you lose, because they don't want to teach you that. And they got guys thinking that's sweet. Oh, that's cool. That's the way to be. Yo, look, if you're a certain race and you feel good watching losses be taken by your race, that's fine. But I'm speaking because I'm not sitting back watching a bunch of black men take L's in life. That's what y'all don't get. Bottom line, I learned so I can teach. The best teachers are the best at raising someone. These guys rather take losses off of selfish wants. That's what's messed up. These abusers rather lie than admit, I'm an abuser. That's sad. That's sad. And if you feel proud of beating women and stuff, you should take care of yourself now, so no one else's daughter has to come before you. Take care of yourself now. Period. Wipe yourself out. We're not trying to see you no more. Because I can say this. If someone was abusing my daughter the way I seen some of these things, dog, you ain't seen Savage till you seen me. I'm just being real. See, people mistake your kindness for weakness. But with all my experience and everything, I will show you Freddy Krueger lives. I will show you Jason's alive. I will show you all your scary movies and show you its reality. That's how I move. I don't need to call no guy, or I need you. When you see me, that music starts playing. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. You'll be, yo, I would do you dirty. I'm telling you, and I have the power to do that. I'm not talking about, oh, I got power. Like, oh, I'm powerful. No, I'm saying I have the physical power to do you that dirty. Like, I will hang you up like a Jason movie. I'm being real with you. If someone ever touched a child that I love and hurt them, harmed them, threatened to harm them, I am going to do it. They going to have what I do to you on the front page of everything. Not just a newspaper, not just a magazine. It's going to be everywhere. Like, how could he do that? And I'm going to be alone. See, you cats are trying to do something like that. Like, oh, I wouldn't want my boys. They have 2 dudes, get 3 dudes arrested. No, I would be one man able to do that. And they'd be like, who had the power to do that? Don't worry about it. And it's proven. Enough said. I would do it. I would do. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. When I think about kids and stuff, like, don't play with me. When I think about guys threatening to abuse and beat people, then want to step to a man, I will do you so greasy. Do not play with me. I will transform in front of you. I will literally be possessed. I promise. I promise that. I will be possessed. And what I do is going to be animal-like. That's a promise. I ain't never played with no guy doing that stuff. I ain't never played with a dude doing that. I never did. And I'm not going to start at this age. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you're doing that to my daughter and stuff. And you're sliding off. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And any man that will watch a woman get this done to them, or a kid get this done to them, like, oh, F them. I'm telling you, you're dirt. You're dirt. You ain't have to ask, CzarR, did you mean me? If you would watch a woman or child get violated and not care, you're dirt. That's my opinion. I'm telling you that now. So you don't have to ask, or you don't have to ask, oh, what is his thoughts on this? You know now. You're dirt. I will never do that. And I never have. Period. See, that when you think of the betterment of others beyond yourself, That's when you're granted with the ultimate power. That's when you're given God's great power, because he knows what's wrong and what's right, and he knows that that ain't right. Do you know how many stories we've seen of children dying, heinous things happening? What's crazy is, maybe I shouldn't tell y'all that. I'm not gonna tell y'all that. But bottom line, there's a reason it happens a certain way. And you'd be shocked to actually know that if someone's protecting and serving you, a lot of times it's them. We got information on that too. I looked into a lot of the disappearances with young women, and I'm telling you, a lot of it made no sense unless somebody was in on it. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm leaving it there. Because I'm telling you, boy, that's why you guys, see, what makes me funny about these guys who do all this stuff, you're so scared of officers. Like, if the officer hops out, you guys are running before he even gets out. Like, you run from the cops, but you want to hurt a person. But when the cops come, you run. You are a coward. Again, TheCzarr tells you, I ain't never ran from a cop. Ever. I even got taunted. He was like, oh, you might want to run. I'm like, I'm not. Looked him dead in his, he's like, oh, he ain't running. Then you popped up again. What happened? I never even knew you could maneuver like that in the cop car. I never knew you could maneuver away from me like that in the cop car. I never seen someone outdrive me like that. I'm going to leave it that. I don't play with y'all. Yo, bottom line, these documents crazy. They look crazy. Bottom line. That's what it is. They look crazy. The Jason music was playing when he was maneuvering the car. It was like, do. He was like, ah. I ain't never seen you again. I ain't never even seen you in that area again. Why'd you do that? You ain't have to do all that. Then you showed me who your daughter and your son was. Like, why'd you do that? That was dumb. That was the bottom line. That was stupid. If you didn't know I respected life, you wouldn't have known. Like, that was stupid. Why are you getting them involved in your business? Unofficial business. Like, that's ridiculous. Then you want to wear the badge like you're the man. You're a sucker. And if I ever seen you to your face, I haven't seen you since. I'd stand in your face and say, you're a sucker. I'm not like these other guys and gangs and stuff who run when the cops come. That's not me. I tell you right to your face, you're a sucker. Because you are. And it's a fact. You're just a sucker with a badge on. That's the only difference. You're no different than these suckers. Then want to beat your wife and slide off. That's something else. We'll get to you. I already got you. I ain't worried about that. Then want to hit your wife and slide off. And everybody hiding it. Stop. You ain't no different than them. Suckers, man. I'm telling you, yo. And that's why you guys got to check out the other lives and stuff I be on, yo. It'd be crazy. Because there's no worse type of sucker than someone who's in law doing grimy stuff. Like a state worker showing up with a 9-year-old. And then when I staring at you, you want to leave real fast. Like, I see you. How'd you even... Did you pay their parents for that? Like, I don't know how you showed up with a 9-year-old we knew wasn't really there. And you got her talking to you like a sassy older woman. Like, that was crazy. I still got that info. That was crazy, my dude. Like, I wish I was making this up. I wish I was making this up. Like, that's how they move. That's why the age of real men is diminishing. There's not very much real men out there. They always want to take the feminine role and stuff. And it has nothing to do with being a house dad or something. It's deeper than that. It has to do with you wanting to do what women do and then wanting to be the man. You can be either or, dummy. You don't play both positions. You're not built like that. Stop. I don't know why these guys do that. It's crazy. Play your position. Dang, man. But you know how I rock. And we took it further. And I hope y'all guys turn into JC or Freddy Krueger for someone threatening kids, beating women. I hope you turn into it for that too. You don't ever stand by while that happens. That's your free moment to destroy someone. Threatening women and threatening kids and attacking kids and women. Like, that's your free moment. Are you kidding me? That's a freebie. You're going to give up. All these guys talk so much. Oh, you're giving up a freebie? Come on. I ain't never not took advantage of that moment. I was always rocking something. I'm telling you. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. That's why most cops do it in the house. That autopsy is going to be crazy. That autopsy is going to be crazy. Because that autopsy is going to tell everything, but we haven't even heard about knowledge of that possibly coming. Dang, they are short. They're all, like, none of them are above 5 foot. I don't know who's the mom and who's the child. I never seen a family that short. They're not midgets either. Like, they're not smaller people. They're just, I don't know. Dang, that's crazy. But y'all know how I rock. Get ready, my uploads fire, yo. I went live because, I wanted to catch everybody on the live. Just rant for a little bit as I do. I'm doing a super rant. Nothing crazy. Not ranting. And I got to take my shot like ass shampoo. I ain't ranting like him. He's on some other stuff. You ain't teaching nothing. You just talking that old dumb shit. You sounded stupid this morning. I was like, how you F up for your Friday? Come on, man. You talking that greasy stuff. You should be talking about something I could laugh at. Then you stop telling jokes. It's like, I'm talking real. No, you sounded real stupid. You know you ain't no God figure. Stop. I ain't praising you. I laugh at your jokes. I ain't praising you, though. That was the nicest pour out I ever seen. She got low to the ground and poured it right at the ground. Man, she made me think litter is not that bad. She did a nice quiet litter. She was like, I'm a litter real quiet. That was nice. I just tossed the shit. Look it. Yo, this is crazy. It's a nice day out here. Man, I'm enjoying that. But yeah, Shammy, you messed up for your Friday, man. How you mess up for your Friday? Dang, man. He in there like, pray to Luke. Number one, don't tell me who to pray to. Number two, we ain't praising you. I ain't praising you. What? Number three, we know that was Lansky calling for the work. Stop lying. Lansky, why you calling his phone like his father? You should be talking to your dad that way. You calling his phone like Shampoo's dad. He sat you down in that seat and you're like, Daddy. He sat you down in that seat. You're like, Daddy. Oh, and let that face go. I had to do a quick rant off of the different lives I watched. Let that face thing go, Lansky. Stop. Cut it out. Number one, face is up and coming. He's next up. It is what it is. He's next up. His mind's sharp. He knows what he's talking about. At least he chose a direction. Still hating. Still taking shots. Listen, this is what I think. If you're not going to say it to someone's face, don't take shots at him from the side. Like, cut it out. Stop taking shots from the side. He ain't talking about you. Do you know after he did that to you, he could have went on he could still be talking about what he did, bragging about it. He could. He's not. That shows he's a man about it. He's a man about it. F all that mini saying. He's a man about it. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Maine the Milkman. Always got lives jumping. Yo, let me say this quick. Minnie, put some respect on his name. I was the one coming at you. Fact. I came at you. I called you what you look like. I called the way you ranted on them was so crazy. That's so crazy. It's like mind your business. You're still mad? Like cut it out. Shampoo, you didn't talk about that. You know, I watch you. For you Friday, I gotta watch you. But come on, Shammy. Step your game up. Come on. If it's For You Friday, don't ever do that again. Yeah, YouTube cut you off. I was like, yo, cut him off. They always cut me off, so I have a direct line. I was like, cut Shampoo off. He's doing that dumb stuff again. So they cut you off. Or you made a quick call to Lansky. I don't know which one. I don't know what y'all got going on with that. But that song with Lansky that HB2M made, yo, it's not that it was fire. It was just funny as I don't know what. Yo, it was so funny. I could not stop laughing. I'm like, stop. You're going to really make Lansky do that. Stop. Lansky, get back on your channel. Get back on your channel. You could brag about my live, get numbers. I don't care. Do I look like I care? Do I look like I'm bothered? Get back on your live and start doing work. Stop trying to, like, you're not taking over the callers. You're not taking over the callers. You're putting in work until Flip says, shut it down. That's the captain. Stop trying to mandate, this is my, Stoned in Motion is your lane. Keep your lane, dummy. The reason you keep your lane if you got to go back to it. You can't switch up in someone else's lane and then say, I own this lane. You didn't create it. Goodness. That's what makes me mad about you. Here's the thing. It's not that you have no talent. It's that you just don't use talent. I don't know. You just don't do anything. Bubbles is still the El Honcho destroyer. Bubbles, it will forever be. When I seen Bubbles speak a certain way, I said, she's the El Honcho destroyer. They want attention. They want attention. Don't give it to him. And he's screaming like she's screaming, so I gotta walk away. You know TheCzarr don't rock with that. Matter of fact, we walking all the way away. I'm watching a guy and a girl back it up and thin it. What the heck? What is going on? What are they doing? Are they still? They're still. You know what? You know what? Normally I would end it here, but I'm going to finish what I was saying because I'm thoroughly disgusted. I'm about to throw up. You can't do that during TheCzarr's live. Like, that's not fair. I never did anything to them. Why'd they do that? Like, that's disgusting. Yeah. Did you? Hold on. Guy in the comments. Did you send them to do that because I called you out? You see how smooth I walked away? I'm smooth like that. I ain't yelling, I ain't making no noise. This car's trying to hit me? What's wrong with them? Really? Lansky, stay in your lane. Listen, you want to know why I get pissed at you? Stoned in Motion. What did we tell you to do from the jump? We said you should be talking about the different sativas. They're still creating new creations out of weed. And you're not talking about it. It's like it doesn't exist to you, but you're supposed to be stoned in motion. You're supposed to be stoned in motion. Really? And you ain't going to talk about it at all? That's not fair. What is today? What is today about? But I'm going to get moving, y'all. The upload's coming soon. It's all rights reserved. I'm going to keep it pushing. We on a mission. I'm about to make magic happen. Stay tuned. Stick to the station. Everybody subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the bell if you haven't. Subscribe. Always in the movement. Yeah, Shammy, don't mess up For You Friday again, yo. I could have threw my phone. Don't mess up For You Friday. Keep with the jokes. I come there to laugh. I don't come there to get religious advice from an old, alleged lawnmower
thief. And you know what that means. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not there to get advice from a lawnmower thief that hides things under the lawnmower. We're going to leave it at that. Shame on you. Shame on you, sir. Yo, that's crazy because he was right about everything on the morning show when he mentioned you. He was right about everything. I'm still in disbelief. Your favorite rappers time, your favorite movie stars time, your favorites time, your favorite celebrities time, your favorite socialites time, your favorite YouTubers time on the low, your favorite athletes time, your favorite across seas individuals time. UK in the building, Jamaica in the building, official. Brazil in the building, Germany in the building, Ireland in the building, New Zealand in the building, facts. Cali in the building, Florida in the building. And you already know, not F it, off 40, I'm gonna say 48 states, and the other 3 make it 51, 52 states in the building. We touched down in every single state. I'm still waiting on China to be in the building. I'm still waiting on Japan to be in the building. I'm still waiting on you two to touch down on this channel. I'm still waiting on Russia to touch down on this channel. Where y'all at? Holla at your boy, TheCzarr, all rights reserved. See, Russia look like they blocking me, though. China look like they blocking. Japan probably blocking me, though. But we gonna fix that. All rights reserved till it's over. You already know how we rock. Everybody in attendance for justice for Ja. Everybody in attendance for the fake documents. We on our grind. We use our minds. What the? Oh, that was reckless. Oh, that was reckless. Hit that like button. Subscribe and hit the bell if you have not. All right, I'm about to wait for Star Live and Direct to come up. But you already know how I rock. All rights reserved.